Thank you, Lisa. And we're talking social media in the news right now. I'm here with two social media gurus, marketing and social media consultant Crystal Washington. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And a familiar face around here at Fox, Crane's Chicago business social media consultant Tracy Samantha Smith. Good to see you, Tracy. You're my personal hero in the social media space. Taught me a lot too. But these are interesting issues that are in the news we want to talk about. Because what do you think about this? There's a story in the news right now out of California where this school district is trying to stop cyberbullying in a really interesting way. So they're getting this outside company to say, hey, we're paying you $40,000 and you're going to scour through Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all social media sites to see what our students are doing. And they say this is a way to prevent bullying. Now it's stirring up a debate about privacy rights. And I want to get your guys' take on this. I mean, it does seem like they're going to figure out a lot of stuff by doing this, right?
Right.
I mean, is it a good idea?
It's a good idea to look out for what, if students are at risk for bullying or suicide. They had said in the article that a couple students had committed suicide because of this bullying. So obviously, teachers and administrators want to be aware of that. But the rights, the privacy issues are of concern. I used to blog in high school. It was a great means of expression. And if my teachers were reading that, I think I would have been a little more than worried.
Embarrassed,
yeah,
probably, too.
Probably.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's your take on this, Crystal?
Well, I don't think the privacy issue is really a true issue. They're putting it in public space. It's not like they're going through and looking at private profiles. These are kids that are putting things out for everyone to see.
Expected to be seen is
right,
what you're saying.
Right, so if you don't want it to be out there, don't get on the bullhorn and put it out there where everyone can see it.
And the school districts face tremendous pressure, I think, to prevent these things from happening. Everyone goes back and says, well, the teacher knew that this child was being bullied and the school district knew, and there's this responsibility that is placed on them. An interesting way to go about it, I think. Okay, let's talk about this. Now, this is the best issue that had all of us shaking our heads, you guys, when we said it. Are you guilty of this? Where you're posting pictures frantically, constantly, of everything you do, everything you eat. When you go on vacation, every 5 seconds you're posting something. When you're not actually living in the moment, you're more concerned about living through social media. And I think people are going to start needing therapy for this particular issue. We see it all the time.
Yeah.
What do you see it in your world, right?
All the time. Well, there was a recent poll that was done that showed that 24% of the respondents said that they actually missed a real-life event because they were so busy trying to document it on social media. And so I think we have balance. There's times where you pull that out, but me personally, sometimes I surprise people around me because I won't pick up the phone in certain situations and take pictures because I want to be in the moment. So we have to balance it out.
It's a hard balance to strike, though, I think, Tracy. All of us face this issue.
Oh my gosh, but being in social media, we need digital detoxes, and digital detox is now a thing, right? There are companies that take away your phone when you go on a vacation and they won't give it back to you for a week. So I think that this is a good trend that we are at least aware of it.
How do you do it? Do you have a special thing? Do you say, hey, this weekend I absolutely am going to just detach?
Yes. I do, and I will disappear from social media for 3 or 4 days. And some people might be like, where were you? And I'm like, I just needed a break.
Yes, I feel it too. Okay, good to know you guys feel it.
Yeah.
Back to California, employers in the state may soon have a harder time digging up dirt on young employees and interns. So they're coming up with this interesting thing too. It could make other states follow suit. They're the first one, California, passing a law that forces companies like Google, Facebook, Twitter, all the social media companies we're talking about, to delete online information of minors who request it. The laws essentially gives people under 18 an eraser button is what they're saying. So you put something up there, you post a picture that may be too provocative, we're going to take it out of cyberspace. It seems like a good idea.
Well, I don't see how they're going to implement it. First off, how are you going to implement it? How are you going to punish the companies? That's not even in there. And on top of that, they can erase it, but it doesn't mean someone else didn't take a screenshot of what they posted on Twitter or Facebook. So it can always have the potential to live on. I wouldn't want anyone to have a false sense of security behind this.
Interesting. You too, Tracy?
Ditto. I'm thinking back to those blog posts I wrote when I was 16
It's
that
still
are
out
on a
there.
server somewhere.
Yeah.
And to your point earlier, you're right. You were absolutely right about the privacy thing. I put it out there, and it's out there. It's my fault.
It's out
and so
there.
we need to teach students that young, probably.
Yeah. That's a hard thing to teach them, but you're right. Crystal,
Yeah.
very quickly, the name of your book. You have a new book out. We want to make sure we get it in there.
The Social Media Why. It's available on Amazon and Kindle, The Social Media Why.
Crystal and Tracy, thank you so much for being here. Good to see you both. Up next, a look at the new movies in theaters this weekend, including one that kids are going to love. Bill Zwecker's back with a preview.